Hello everyone, my name is Elle in case you didn't already know, and today I am bringing you an update for one of my project pans. This is my Broadway inspired project pan that was a collab with my dear friend Heather from HeatherStylesLife. I will have her channel linked down below in my description box, so please do go and check out her channel. She's awesome. She's just so much fun to watch. She's so infectious. She has that kind of personality that you just can't help but smile when you watch her. She's awesome. So anyway, highly recommend her channel, and a huge thanks for Heather for collabing with me on this project. She's long updated her project. I am the worst and I just take forever to get my updates up. So thank you, Heather, for putting up with that, because that's kind of a terrible thing when you're collabing with someone, and I know, I apologize. I'm never consistent with my updates. Anyway, I am channeling some pretty big hair right now. The bigger the hair, the closer to God. I feel a little Susanna Sugarbaker-ish. If they ever do Designing Women, the musical, that would be my thing. That would be it. That would be perfect. Anyway, if you guys missed the intro, I highly suggest you go check that out because that was so much fun. There's a lot of singing, a lot of dramatics and theatrics, and it was just an absolute blast. I had so much fun with it. But this is an update, so this is all about the products. So this was sort of like a musical roulette where we chose different songs and categories inspired by the song, so we just got to choose some products randomly. So the first one I have here was inspired by There Are Worse Things I Could Do from Greece, and the category was a limited edition or discontinued product. So I said that I was going to attempt to finish Snow from the Anastasia Glow Kit, and I've made a little bit of progress, but to be honest, I love it so much that I don't use it that much. I've been very sparingly with it just because I love using it and it doesn't exist anymore, and I doubt they'll ever bring it back because this was not a very popular palette. I seem to be one of the very few people on earth that likes the formula of this palette because it's so glittery, it's so metallic, and just I love the sparkles in this case. In some cases I don't, but in this case I do. And Snow is one of my absolute favorite highlighters. I use it to mix with all these other ones, so there's a slightly larger bit of pan, but I honestly have not been using it as much just because I am a little scared of finishing it. Next, we have another song from Greece, and that's We Go Together. And the category was a product that complements other project pans. And I chose a mascara from Revlon. This is the Mega Multiplier Mascara, and I'm calling it quits with this guy. So I only got it back in, I think it was July, might have been June. I did a whole like unboxing review thing from it because I got this from Influencer, and I really loved using it. However, over the last few days, I'd say the last week or so, I noticed that this mascara does not last like it used to, and it does not apply like it used to. It used to give me really thick, full lashes, really full looking lashes that just lasted until I took the mascara off because it's a tubing mascara, and I was really impressed with it. And now I just feel like I don't get that effect that I want with the mascara anymore. So it has been open for a while. I don't generally follow any strict guidelines with my makeup at all. I let the makeup tell me when it's time to get rid of it, when it doesn't perform as well, and now this doesn't perform it as well. So I've been using it pretty consistently. The only time I don't use this mascara is when I'm wearing false eyelashes, which more or less is when I film. I've worn false eyelashes to work a few times, but most of the time I'm using this mascara because I really did like it. This is definitely a product that I would purchase myself in the future because I really like the way that it applied. And I've tried a few tubing mascaras before and I did not like them. This is one that stands out to me as a winner. So I do have a backlog of mascaras to go through, so I won't be purchasing any new ones anytime soon, but this is definitely one that I would consider buying in the future. Next was Thoroughly Modern Millie from Thoroughly Modern Millie, and the category was something new. So I chose the newest product I had that I thought that I could realistically pan, which wasn't even really that new of a product. This is an eyeliner from Elle, a liquid eyeliner, just a black one. I finished this. I was trying to use it the other day, and it gets to that point now where you get the line that skips because there's just like, it's hard to get consistent pigment with it anymore just because I've been using it so much. And I was actually digging through my little eyeliner box because I need to do an eyeliner declutter. And I don't have a whole lot of liquid eyeliners left. I have like 1.5 black eyeliners left that are almost time to go as well. And I like this pen style. I don't like the ones that you take the wand out. I found like those little brushes are very unstable for me and I can't get a precise line. Like this is really hard for me to get a precise line with anyway. I struggle hard with eyeliner. I'm always like that person who's like, let's do a little subtle line, and I end up looking like Amy Winehouse. That's who I look like. Okay, Halloween costume figured out. Anyway, what was I saying? I need to buy a new liquid eyeliner. So I'm looking at Tarte right now. Once I finish the other ones, of course, I'm trying to avoid the backlog of stuff because how many black liquid eyeliners does a person need? One, just one. So once I finish the other ones, I'll be buying some other things. This was good, but not great. So I don't have any plans on repurchasing this one right now. Like if I ever needed one from the drugstore or I was completely out of them and my option was drugstore, I would definitely go back to this one again, but I think I want to upgrade to something that might be a little bit better. Next is History Has Its Eyes on You from Hamilton, and the category is called Classic. And I chose the Anastasia Brow Wiz in dark brown, and there's still quite a bit of product in here. Quite a bit of product. I don't like winding these kind of products up because I feel like they either break on me or I can just never get them to wind back down. So there's still quite a bit of product in here. I've been using this fairly consistently between this and the Dip Brow, which is also in this project. I just have been doing somewhat of a lighter brow in my day-to-day life, mostly because I usually end up forgetting to do my brows. It's funny because when I'm doing my makeup for any other occasion, brows are like the first thing I focus on, but for work, I do everything else. And then I'm like, brows quick, okay. Because realistically, it takes me so long to do my brows, but I would rather have not great brows and good other makeup than great brows because I don't know. It's funny because I feel like in day-to-day life, people don't care about eyebrows as much as they do on the internet. Like, on the internet, eyebrows are a huge deal. So anyway, there's a lot left of this. I'm gonna keep working on it. I like the formula, I like the product. It's the shade I don't like. So I do think I'm gonna go back to the NYX one after this one and see if the NYX one ends up working better for me again. I've kind of gone back and forth between them. I've repurchased the Brow Wiz a couple of times, and then I had the NYX one. I had the NYX and the Anastasia at the same point at one time, and I was using both of them, and now I just think I'm going to go back to the NYX one when this one is done. But my opinion can very well change. So next we have an eyeliner from ColourPop. This was because the inspiration was One Short Day from Wicked, something green. This is a pretty dry eyeliner. It's really dry. Again, I'm not going to wind this all the way up, just like with the Brow Wiz, because I'm terrified of it breaking. But this is really dry too, so I don't know. It's pretty. It's a pretty green though. I like using it in my waterline, just for a little something extra. It looks really cool with some like red and orangey shadows. I also like pairing it with just green eyeshadows like from Subculture. Gold eyeshadow, gold and green is one of my favorite combos, and especially right now. There's just something about the fall time and gold and green that I like. So I've been using it a little bit, but this was fairly untouched, I think, when I had put it in this project. So there's a lot of product in there. Next, I have a product regret inspired by Rent, Take Me or Leave Me, and I have MAC So So Saucy Soft Serve Shadow. So this was an orange sparkly shadow. Yeah, not crazy about it. I was thinking about decluttering it now, but I have been using it a little bit here and there because it does look really, really pretty. It's so just fussy. It's such a fussy product. I can see why they've already discontinued it because these things just they're not very user-friendly. I find that they really do not apply well with a brush at all. So I have to use a brush to scoop out a little bit of the product. Usually I'll use like the back side of a brush, like I'll scoop out a little bit of the product, put it on the back of my hand, and then either use my finger and pat it on, which is just, I don't like using my fingers with products. As soon as whoever they is, say that the best way to apply this product is with your fingers, I'm like, nope, nope, I don't like it. I don't like it. It's funny, I don't like to apply any of my makeup with my fingers. I just don't like it. So I'm gonna hang on to this for now. I feel like by the next update slash finale, I will probably just get rid of it. I feel like by the next update, I may declutter it, and then whatever's left at the finale will be going back to MAC, because that way I can turn this product regret into something worthwhile. And lastly, we have The Internet is for Porn from Avenue Q, which is something you've already hit pan on because pan porn. So my Anastasia Dip Brow already had a lot of pan on it. I feel like I have a little bit more pan, but it's hard with this stuff. I feel like it truly does last forever. Like, you are not finishing this, you are getting rid of it because it ends up going bad. I know I've had to get rid of other ones before because they just were totally dry and useless. And yes, I did use stuff to try and reinvigorate it, and it just did not work for me. Like, I thought it did and it didn't. So I feel like Dip Brow is the one product I stay pretty true to in terms of expiry, because it just does not hold up for very long for me. I'm also not a great brow person. I tend to avoid using Dip Brow on the daily because it's just so high maintenance, and I tend to go pretty heavy-handed with it sometimes. You've probably seen evidence of that before, where I look like I stepped out of a Disney film as the villain. Not that I mind that. I actually will get people telling me that from time to time, saying that I remind them of a villain from a Disney film. I don't know why it's always a villain from a Disney film, but that's the comparison I get, especially when I have the really intense eyebrows, and I don't mind that. It was my goal in life when I was younger to be like the evil, wicked stepmother or stepsister or one of those. I like them better. They're more interesting. Anyway, just a little fun fact about me there. I would just love to play one of those wicked, evil characters sometime. I've never been drawn to like the sweet, innocent princesses. I've always wanted to be evil. Like, let me be the witch. Let me be the wicked queen. Let me do it. Let me do it. Anyway, that's enough about that. Thank you guys so much for watching this update. I really love sharing my progress with you guys, and I love hearing about your progress as well. So if you're working on a project pan or just working on a product, trying to finish it or hit pan or whatever, please let me know, because I'd love to hear what you're working on as well. So anyway, thank you once again, and I hope I will talk to you soon. Bye for now.